The taller the bamboo grows, the lower it bends. In other words, the bigger the ego grows, the lower consciousness goes. We sweep away the thoughts which fall from the gardens of our minds, but we don't have to hate their source. Having burned and dissolved the belief that I am this body and my identification with it, I can now see clearly my true nature. Because the mind is free, listening to the rain dripping from the eaves, the drops become one with me. The nature of the waking state mind is dualistic. As a result of this duality, the illusion of separation or the misperception of a subject-object appears. When the mind is free, the illusion of duality comes to an end. In so doing, the doors of perception are cleared, and we see clearly with pure perception that there is no difference between the sound and the listener. Rather, with the free mind, there is just listening, as just this single unitary experience of oneness, true reality. Hence, the drops become one with me. Water, which is too pure, has no fish. In other words, the state of pure consciousness is too pure for the mind to produce any thoughts, feelings, sensations, or perceptions to swim around in. That which sees or knows the thinking is not itself a thought, but may identify itself with it. A world of grief and pain, flowers bloom even then. Good times, bad times, life goes on. When we let go of our attachments to our thoughts, like when a tree drops its leaves in winter, it clears the mind in such a way that we can quietly and passively observe our thoughts with loving awareness and splendid curiosity, just as if we were bird watching. Leaving everything, I go deep in the mountains, blazing my own trail. Is there a place in this world where I cannot hear suffering? No matter where we may run to or from, even if it be deep in the mountains, the forest, or an island far, far away from everyone and the world itself, we cannot escape what we perceive as suffering, because all suffering is the creation of our own minds. End the mind and the suffering, no matter what external circumstances or events may appear. In the scenery of spring, nothing is better, nothing is worse. The flowering branches are of themselves, some short, some long. We are not separate from nature. We are not part of nature. We are nature itself. The true nature of our nature is pure consciousness. The true nature of the mind is duality, judgment, and comparison. which creates the false and illusory sense of separation, which is our false self. From the perspective of pure consciousness, all is one. Nothing is better or worse, short or long. All is one indivisible whole, and that is our true nature, no different than the scenery of spring or flowering branches. Sleepers are like people who are immersed in water who complain of nothing to drink. In the face of reality's illumination, there is neither self nor other, no duality, no division, void of identity, and yet neither void. I have no secrets to teach you, and if I tried, you may well make fun of me. This is the great mystery. You do and do not exist. Anyway, how could any understanding that I have become your understanding? If you turn your light inwardly, you will find what is hidden within you. These words are easy to understand, and the teachings are easy to follow, but no one understands the words, and no one follows the teachings. Metameza Ushi.